Hey everyone, in this video we're going to take a look at the Vox Extrude Tool, and it's quite similar to the Vox Layer Tool that you may be accustomed to in 3D Coat. If you've ever used it, they're almost identical, except that the Vox Layer Tool will create, as the name implies, a layer from the object you have selected. So if you go in and make a selection on a layer, it will create a new object from that. So it's great for clothes, belts, bracelets, and things of that sort. Vox Extrude is especially good if you just want to create extrusions on the same surface. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. What I'm going to do is turn my symmetry plane on, and let's go across the Z-axis. Oops, I want to make sure I'm on the right layer here. Alright, so I'm going to create some nurnies or greebles up here, but I'm going to try to do it as quickly as I can. So with Vox Extrude Tool already selected, I'm going to go to my E panel and choose the type of selection. I could use a brush if I want, rectangle, any one of these is fine. Actually, I'm going to hit escape. Got to be careful when using this polygonal lasso, because what it's going to do is, as soon as I finish my shape, it's going to immediately make the selection for me. Whereas if I use the spline, it will allow me to make edits to the line that I made. Okay, you can hit escape, and you can see how that worked. As soon as I closed that spline, it went ahead and made the selection for me. But if I choose the close spline tool instead of the polygonal lasso, the ellipse, or any one of these, 3D Coat's going to allow me to make edits first, and then I can hit apply to create this selection. Let's start here. I'll hit escape to drop the spline, or at least the initial creation of it. And I can choose Edit Points Table to go in and harden the points that I want, or I can right-click each point. Now I have B-splines chosen, so what's going to happen is the first time I click, it's going to create just a regular spline where the point is right on the curve. B-splines, as you can see, has somewhat of a weighting effect. So I'll click a second time, and now you can see it creates a hard edge. So right click once, right click twice. Now if I were to go in and change the spline type, now it's a regular spline mode. So all I have to do is right click once to get that hard edge. Okay, so hope that helps. Move that point in just a bit. Okay, I'm not going to hit enter, and I don't have to click on this last point. I can just hit escape to finish that up. Right click, right click, right click, right click. And hit enter. Okay, hit escape, right click, right click, right click, right click, enter. Okay, transform all, enter. Okay, edit points. Transform all, reuse this. Might move this one in just a little bit. Okay, enter. Hit escape to drop the spline. And to clean this up just a little bit, I may actually go in and hit escape to finish the initial creation, then right click, and so on. Alright, before I hit the enter key, I want to hold the control key to invert the selection and hit enter, and now I cleaned it up. I'm going to hit escape to drop the spline, and we can see in a bright green what it's going to look like when we hit apply. In this case, in the tool options panel, I can opt to extrude along any one of these axes, the camera direction or view direction, the average normal or the vertex normal. In this case, I'll just leave it at vertex normal. Now, Vox layer offset is going to be how much 3D Coat is going to offset the new layer, okay, off the original. Whereas this one, the offset is basically how much you are extruding. So in this case, I don't want too much smoothing, maybe just a little bit. Flatten, it's going to extrude based on the vertex normal, and the vertex normal is relatively flat anyway. It's not going to help me much. But let's say I had an irregular surface and I wanted to flatten the end of it, then I could click that. I can also invert the selection here if I wanted to. I think we're ready to hit apply, and there's our new extrusion. And this is a really fun way to work, because as I'm creating these, I don't have to be concerned with piddling with vertices and how I'm going to cut this up. You know, I don't have to worry about topology at all. I can just make my selections and go. So I hope you have fun with it, and thank you for watching.